Hi everyone, it's Sarah Rose. Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. Today I thought it'd be appropriate that I talk a little bit about what's on everybody's mind this time of year as we approach 2016, and that is goal setting. So this is a time where we all sort of start to plan out our intentions and how we want our life to go for the next year. And I think we've all been there where we've set a New Year's resolution and we start out with the highest motivation and the best intentions, and then we're really pumped at the beginning, and then it starts to fizzle out and fade away, and we never end up reaching our goal. And then it ends up on next year's New Year's resolution list, right? So to avoid that and to really help your New Year's resolution goals stick, I just wanted to share with you 3 simple tips that are scientifically proven strategies to help you achieve your goals. So this first strategy is to write it down. Write it down, and write it down often if you can. In my Mind, Body, Spirit Challenge, which is a 12-month challenge on my website, challenge members are prompted at the very beginning to start a journal where they write down their intentions and their goals, and they use that journal throughout the year so they can constantly reflect and revisit those intentions and goals. And so I highly recommend this. It is a proven strategy that you're more likely to succeed your goals if you write them down and you revisit them often. So I would recommend that doing this first thing in the morning if you can, just setting aside 20 minutes after you wake up, even if you just have to wake up 20 minutes earlier to have a little bit of quiet time and a little bit of alone time where you can sort of get centered and focus and tune inward a little bit and just have that special sacred time for yourself to write down your goals, write down your inspirations, your ideas, your thoughts, whatever it is that actually is coming to your mind at that time, but also have that be a time where you can revisit your intentions for what you want to achieve in your life. The second strategy, which is very important, is to create supporting habits for your goal. So it's not just necessarily enough to create a goal like I want to lose weight and have that stick. There's not enough there to create a supportive lifestyle behind that. So I recommend creating at least 5 supporting habits that support that overall goal. Things that are measurable, that are maybe just baby steps to getting to that larger goal. Eventually, the end goal will sort of fall away. You'll end up achieving that anyways because you're just going to fall so in love and so in love with the process and the habits that's supporting that become ingrained in you. And so I wanted to elaborate on this a little bit further on why this is so important. So just imagine your day and all of the activities that you do throughout the day. So for example, like tying your shoes, that's something that you do and you don't probably think about it. It's just habit, and it's sort of like something you can perform on autopilot. Well, it wasn't like that at the beginning when you first started to tie your shoe. But what happens is when you do it regularly over time, your brain will literally rewire itself and make a neural pathway that gets it's like a deep groove in your brain that allows for that habit to take place in a quicker, more efficient manner using less energy and less thinking, so you can perform it automatically. And so that's what happens when you start to develop habits. The thing is that until those pathways are really ingrained and set and you've really structured your brain that way, they're not going to be as easy as you probably would want them to be, which is why a lot of times we end up getting frustrated and sometimes quit on our goals early because we haven't gotten to that point yet. So I just wanted to stress that going into it that it is going to be challenging and it is going to be not as easy as it will be later, though. It will get easier as you do things. So as you replace your unwanted habits with newer habits, even if they're just little baby supporting habits, they're going to get your brain structured in a way where you start to do them automatically on autopilot. And that's where the end goal really is a gimme at that point, because you've really created the structure, the supporting structure beneath the goal that is going to allow you to succeed. So create 5 supporting habits that support your main goal. Make them small or big or whatever, measurable goals that are reasonable for you, that you can achieve on a daily or weekly basis. And I would even go as far as to writing them down when and where you want to perform those habits. So for example, if you wanted to lose weight, one of your supporting habits might be to work out 3 times a day by going for a walk or maybe work out not 3 times a day, 3 times a week by going for a walk. Or maybe you want to drink half your body weight in ounces each day. And it's something that's measurable, that you can do on a daily basis, that increases your health and your chances to lose weight. When you're flushing toxins and things like that on a regular basis, your body's able to work more efficiently. So it doesn't have to be this big monumental habit. It can be little baby step habits, and then once you get those habits down, you can create more and add on to that. And again, the end goal just becomes inevitable, actually, as you support the habits to create your goal. So the third habit, or third strategy, that it's a proven technique, which one of my favorites, is visualization. And studies have shown that your brain does not know the difference between what you're imagining and what's in reality. So your brain doesn't know the difference when you're imagining that healthy body, or when you're imagining your healthy state of happiness and well-being, or that perfect relationship, or a very centered new job. When you start to imagine and visualize your desires and what you want for your life, you begin to start to manifest them. And I would say take it one step further when you're visualizing, and actually connect with the feeling that you get when you're visualizing. And that is really powerful. That is, your body responds, and your responds to the feeling that you get. So you literally start to reprogram yourself and live as if you already have achieved your goals, because your brain does not know the difference from what it's imagining and what is in reality. So high performers, sports athletes, elite professionals, and CEOs of companies all practice creative visualization techniques. If you Google creative visualization, you'll find a ton of information on that, and you'll see that a lot of the successful athletes and like I said, high performers in all different areas use creative visualization as a technique, and that's for a reason. So it's not something that costs you a dime. It doesn't cost you, none of these tips cost you a penny. These are things you can do right now that will support your habits moving forward, not only for 2016, but for the rest of your life. And I would say, maybe if you're inspired by this video, to take some time and go get a journal or a piece of paper and sit down with a cup of tea or some quiet time, and start to sort of just start by elaborating your main goals that you want to achieve, and then put 5 habits underneath those that you think you can do on a regular basis that will support those goals. And then take some time when you're by yourself in a quiet place to lay down and visualize those goals, and allow the feeling that you get when you're visualizing the end result to emanate your body. And I hope that these tips you find interesting, and maybe that you'll try them out. I would love your feedback. If you think that they're helpful, go ahead and leave your comments in the box below, or whether you're watching this on YouTube or whether you're watching this on Facebook or my blog. I'm not sure where you're watching it, but leave a comment. I'd love your feedback. And hopefully these tips find you well and you implement them into your new 2016 planning. So I wish you, your family members, and your loved ones a happy, healthy, peaceful holiday season. Namaste.